Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out an eyeshadow palette, and this eyeshadow palette is by one of my very favourite makeup brands that is sold on Aliexpress. I'm sure it's sold in other places as well, but I've only ever seen it on Aliexpress. So the brand is Febble and the eyeshadow palette is called the Colourful palette. So this is what the palette looks like. It's very colourful indeed. It's just, yes, very abstract. I like it. I know some people are not interested in this, but just to note, this actually feels like a really good quality bit of packaging right here. I know on AliExpress some other packaging can be outstandingly bad, but this actually feels really good. It has a massive ass mirror in there, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this palette, and I don't want to start the video off being all negative and stuff, but when I opened this, when I received it, I was like, what? This is definitely not the kind of palette that I gravitate to or that I'm excited about. I look at this, do you know what? I've started being negative. Why not go on? So when I look at this kind of colour palette, I'm thinking, it doesn't make me feel inspired. It doesn't make me feel excited about all the different looks I could create with it. It just makes me feel a little bit confused, because I don't really think, in my opinion, can you see my giant bottle of water there? Oh my gosh. This girl, she likes to stay hydrated. Oh yes, well, she tries. She just carries this about with her all day, and just because I have it with me, just by proxy, it makes me feel like, oh, I'm very hydrated. But anyway, I just don't think that this palette's very cohesive, and I just don't think a lot of the colours actually would complement each other, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I have already done the swatches of this palette, so I'm going to pop those, the videos of the swatches now so you can have a look. The main thing to note with the swatches was that there was a dramatic difference in quality between the mattes and the metallics. The metallics were super kind of pigmented, like very opaque, very creamy, and just blindingly gorgeous. So I really like the look of the metallics. However, the mattes felt dry. They were lacking in pigment, and I just got the feeling that they may be a little bit tricky to work with. But I think if there's one thing that we have all learned about swatches, is that you can't really tell a whole lot from swatches. I think with metallics, yes, you can, but with mattes, it's a completely different process. Using your finger, just swatching your the eyeshadow on your skin, to how that eyeshadow would kind of blend out with a brush. So I'm not going to I was just about to say I'm not going to judge you the mattes just yet, but I think I already have. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of my Urban Decay Primer Potion on my lids, and then we're just going to jump in to trying out this palette. I think I'll go with this shade. It's called Natural, and it just looks to be kind of like a peachy brown. So I'm going to pop this in my crease to begin with, and then I think we may go in with, I'm really interested in this particular shade here because it's quite unique. We're going to go with this one. No, we're not. Oh my gosh. We're going to go in with this one, and then we're going to go with this one and this one. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if I really think about it, maybe one of the reasons that led me to buy this palette was the fact that I do own another palette by the Febble brand. It's called the Eternal Charm palette. I'm going to just throw up a picture now so that you can see it. I love everything about this palette. The mattes are kind of they're a hybrid between a cream and a powder. It takes no effort whatsoever to blend them out. And honestly, a monkey could probably just manage to create a really nice eye look with this palette, because oh my gosh, so gorgeous. And the metallics, oh, the metallics are something else. They are the hottest metallics I've ever experienced in my life. So that palette is my favorite ever palette that I've ever bought from AliExpress, and it's just one of my in general, it's just one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes ever. So I think because I generally have had a really good experience with Febble, I think that's maybe what made me just impulse buy this palette. So I just hope that it doesn't let the wonderful reputation that Febble has created in my mind down. That made no sense, did it? Do you know what I mean though? I hope it made sense enough that you could translate. Do you know what? Right, so this shade actually, I think it's looking really, really nice. It's definitely taking on a little bit more of like a peach tone on me as opposed to like brown. So I'm liking that. And yeah, I'm just kind of patting it on, honestly, because I do not think she's very pigmented. And I just think there's probably a little point in trying to like, you know, blend. So I'm just kind of patting to get the most out of the shadow. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit more on. And I'm just going to make sure that it's, you know, fairly high up, because this is our first transitional shade. So I really want it to be seen. Oh, Shania. Oh, somebody's calling me. Who would call me? Like, and it's a number. Calm down, jeez. It's a number I don't recognise. Oh my gosh, just feck right off. I am not answering the phone to you. Like, who? Oh, it's Friday. It's Good Friday. I was just about to say who would call on a weekend. But it's Good Friday. So here in the UK, we have like a long, we call it a bank holiday. So you get the Friday and the Monday off. Or on some bank holidays, you just get the Mondays off. But it's Friday today. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking it's Saturday. It's totally not. But still, who's calling me on a Good Friday? Like, who? Okay, so I am fed up a bit, honestly, with that shade. So this is what it looks like. I think it looks really nice, but I'm ready to move onwards and upwards. So next, we're going to go in with the pink. Or should I go in with... Back off! Seriously, guys, how rude is this? If I have ignored your call once, like, why do you think I'm actually going to pick it up the next time? Why do people do that? Like, oh, maybe if I just call back, they'll answer. It's like, no. If anything, that just makes me more pissed off. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the pink shade, and this shade is called Induced. I'm just going to use my very same brush. Oh, do you know what? Before I do that, I really want to try this shade here. It's called Foxglove, and it's a peach. I'm actually really interested to try it, so I'm just going to go in with that one first. I am going to change my brush. I'm going to go in, no, I'm not. I'm going to go in with this brush. So I'm just going to tap this on again, just in the crease. Like, you can definitely see her. She's a little bit chalky though, and also she has a bit of a strange smell. Oh, I didn't tell you how much this palette cost, did I? So it currently costs, oh, I forgot. I did check, like I checked right before I started to film, but because I have a terrible memory, I've completely forgot. I think it was about £7, and there was no additional shipping charges. So I don't think that's too bad, really. There is another Febble palette that I spotted actually when I was checking the price of this one. And I was thinking, oh yes, I could definitely see myself buying that at some point. But it was a little bit more expensive. But, you know, when has that ever stopped me in the past, honestly? Do you know what? I really like this shadow. It's actually really beautiful. It's very, like, summery. It's, you know, blending out really nicely. Okay, we like. This is going really well so far. And again, this just goes to show how swatches should not be trusted, because you're fucking real. Okay, so I'm really, really pleased that we tried that shade. I'm just a little bit unsure, like, do I go in with the pink first and then the kind of deeper shade, or do I go in with the deep shade and then the pink? I think I'll go in with the pink. We'll go in with the pink first, and maybe the deeper shade can be like in the outer V. Do you know what? So far, so good. I'm actually like really, really impressed with how this palette is performing. So I'm just going to keep this pink shade in the crease. I don't really want to take it much higher than the crease. That's actually really, really nice. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Again, this is blending out so easily. And I actually think it's really kind of nicely pigmented. And I love it. Okay, so I think it's a very clear to see. I am really, really happy so far with how all of these shades have performed. And I definitely do feel like, just going off you know, the 3 shades that I've tried so far. I feel like, I mean, I don't, maybe I should wait till the end of the video actually before saying if I recommend the palette or not. Okay, I'm going to pop the brakes on, girlfriend. So, okay, next we're going to go in with this shade called Tea, and it is like a maroony kind of shade. So I'm just going to be focusing this on the outer vagina, and then I am going to take it a little bit up into the crease of the pink from this brush, because I want to use this same brush. Okay, so again, this shade is performing beautifully and it's very nicely pigmented. I think because I've used it kind of over the pink, I can't really see that much of a differentiation of the shade. I think if you would, I mean, what I think I might do is I may pop it on the lower lash line in a little bit, just so that we can see how it looks on its own. But it's kind of like blending into the pink at the moment. But again, I really like it, and it is very complementary to the pink because they look very similar actually. Okay, I know it's looking a little bit messy right now, but please don't be concerned. I'm just going to go in with a wipe and clean it all up in a minute. I used to use, you know, those the sticky on kind of eye guards that would stop any fallout, and you know, the ones where you could create a really like straight line, but I've fecked off with them now. I've sworn that I will never use them again because they just piss me right off. So I'm just going to go in with a wipe in a minute, so please don't worry about everything. I know you're not worried. How could you imagine if you were sat there being all worried? I mean, oh my gosh, Anwen, OMG. Anyway, so I'm going to make it a bit messier now. Why not? Because I can just wipe it all the feck off. That's great. Okay, I love that for me. You know what? I can't cope with it being so messy. No, I can. Okay, so I think what I might do, just to try and add a bit more depth into the whole outer V location, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's called Sensua. And from the looks of it in the pan, it looks like it's definitely not going to complement anything else I've got on my eyes, but we never know until we try. So I'm going to give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? I could mess everything up, yes, but anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, it's only makeup. We can wash it off. I'll still be fecked off though, honestly, if I do mess everything up. But anyway, you can't even see it, honestly. It's not really made that much difference. I mean, I think it'd be nice, you know, if you were not putting it over like a pink shade. I think it would be nice, but no, this is not a good idea. Okay guys, I'm just gonna go and grab a wipe and I'm gonna clean up the edges, and then we're gonna go to the under eye. Okay, so as discussed earlier, under the eye, I am going to go in with the tea shade, and then I'm kind of tempted to go in with the purple shade. But I kind of feel like would the purple shade be a bit too much? When has that ever stopped me before? Yeah, I'm gonna go in with the purple shade. Why not? This shade looked like really, really bad. It was shockingly bad when I swatched it. But I am going into this with an open mind. You know what? This is actually really, really good. I mean, it just goes to show that swatches cannot be trusted. Oh my gosh, it's so pigmented. Like so pigmented. I will never ever, I probably won't bother doing swatches anymore, because what's the point? Like really, what is the point? Okay, so I'm just blending that out with a clean brush. Okay, so I've just taken a fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with the neutral shade, and I am just going to use that to go just around, you know, where I've got the pink at the top, because I want it to look a little bit more seamless than it's currently looking. Okay, so next we're going to go in with a shimmy, shimmy, shimmer, and I think I'm going to begin actually with this one here. This is called Angel, and I remember being blown away by this when I swatched it. It's kind of like, it reminds me of ice cream for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like a pinky gold shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to go in with this, and I'm just going to use my fingers to apply. We can't really see her that much, but I mean, I have put her over quite a pigmented shade. So she comes off looking very warm, like quite gold on the lid. So I'm just going to pop her over on the other side. But I'm only going to take her like halfway in, because we're going to go in with another shade for the other half of the lid. Okay, so I'm just going to take this flat, I can't remember the name of any of these fecking brushes today. This is a detail shader. Okay, I actually didn't know the name of it. I was just going to say like flathead, but okay. So I'm just going to go back in with that shade that we've just applied, and I'm just refining it a little bit just with this brush. Okay, so I think that looks nice, but do you know what's funny about this palette, right? I thought that the mattes were going to be shit, and the mattes turned out to be great. I thought that the metallics were going to be great, and do you know what? After that first one I've just tried, I'm thinking, could I be wrong? So for the other half of the lid, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's called Glimpse, and this looks to be a beautiful kind of metallic pink. Oh, I'm getting a lot of fallout here, guys. I just felt like an avalanche falling down my cheek. Okay, I'm a bit worried now. Oh gosh, guys, can you see that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, this is the Febble metallic eyeshadow I've come to love and respect. Oh, I'm getting a lot of fallout though. Okay, so that looks so beautiful. I am tempted to put that all over the lid, honestly, but do you know what? Before I do that, I want to try one of these marble eyeshadows. In this palette, we've got 3. So you've got these kind of icy blue, purple, pink. We've got a bluey greeny one, and then we've got a pinky one. So I think I might go in with I'll try this pinky one, just because we do have quite a pink theme going on. And I'm just going to put that right, you know, in that inner corner bit. Do you know what? That looks really nice. I hope that you can see that. Can you see? I hope you can. Yeah, I mean, it's super subtle. Like, you can barely see it, honestly. But anyway, I'm just keeping going. I'm going to pop a little bit just here on the lower lash line. I'm really tempted to try the purpley one. So I'm just going to put that just under here. I'll just take that all the way across, actually. I really am a big fan of a kind of metallic-y under eye. I always used to just put mattes under there, thinking that that was like a rule that you could not break, but I actually think it looks really nice to have like a shimmery under eye. I think it just brightens the entire eye. Okay guys, I think that looks really nice, but I do think that we need a little bit of something happening in the inner corner. So I'm just going to take my little brush, and I'm going in again with this pinky purple marble shadow, and I'm just going to stamp that here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's a little bit dual chrome. Oh, can you see that? Okay, I like. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Can you see? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, daddy. Oh, what? Oh, that's what? Okay, so guys, this is the eye look, and I actually think it looks really good. We got here like super quickly. I have been like stopping and starting a bit and talking a lot, but I think that if I hadn't have been talking and stopping and starting, I would have created this in less than 10 minutes, honestly, because the shadows are very pigmented, very easy to blend out. So it's actually a really easy palette to use. Oh guys, I was just looking down at the palette, and there's a shade here that we've not yet tried. Oh, look at that. Okay, right. Okay, it'd be totally rude not to. So this, ooh, it's kind of like a yellowy gold. Ooh, I love myself a yellowy gold. So, okay, I'm going to pop that under the brow. I've got a little wipe down here that I was just using to clean things with. And what I've done is, with like my brushes, when I've been applying the metallics, I've just kind of wiped my brushes on the wipe to just like moisten them a little bit. Can you see that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I really like that. This would actually be a really nice kind of, I think, highlighter, like a face highlighter. Pop a little bit in the middle there. Okay. Right. Anyway, guys, I am going to go finish everything off. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I finally finished it. It ended up taking absolutely ages because I insisted on throwing on some faux freckles, and also I thought I'd put falsies on, and I don't know why. I very rarely put falsies on, but I was just feeling in the mood today, and the falsies that I've put on are the most extravagant falsies I think I've ever put on, ever. So this is the final look, which I feel incredibly regretful about the fact that you can't even see it, because I put these outrageous falsies on, but There, I think you can kind of see it. Also I went in with the thickest wing ever. So, okay. But, oh my gosh, guys, right. I have to say that this palette was a complete surprise for me. It's definitely worth the like £7 that I paid for it. I think that if this whole, you know, kind of colour story is something that you would be into, then I would definitely say like go for the palette. It's really, really good quality, and I don't think you would be disappointed. Even though, like, as you know, I went into this a little bit pessimistically, I've come out of it just feeling like, actually, you know, I'm a tit. This is actually a really nice palette. The shades are more cohesive than I thought. So, yayo to Febble. Do you know what? Febble has never let me down, and I say well done, Febble, because that's great. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go, but thank you so much for watching the video. I would definitely recommend you checking out the Eternal Charm palette by Febble, because it is outstandingly amazing, and it's got a really kind of neutral colour story, but with some absolutely popping metallics. So I definitely recommend that you check that palette out. I do have a review of it somewhere on my channel, but I reviewed it like ages ago. But if you type in like Eternal Charm, Febble, hopefully my video should come up. I am obviously too lazy just to find it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably won't. So, but you can find it yourself. Oh, I'm a dick, can't I? I am an absolute dick. All these other YouTubers have their little, oh, check this card. Like, to click on the card and it'll take you right there. Not me, no. But I have a full-time job, guys. I do. And I know there's other YouTubers that have full-time jobs, but I mean, do they actually put links to things? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.